Fasten your seatbelt.
Here comes the ready and
Yo, dog, we heard you like to while you, so we put some inside your so that you can while you're booming, dog. Boom.
What?
Huh? I said boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom.
DogsDie, Yoshi, and Smelly.
Big red barrel
DogsDie,
boom.
Yoshi, and Smelly.
Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom.
DogsDie, Yoshi, and Smelly.
Big red barrel boom.
DogsDie, Yoshi, and Smelly.
So I will be your, you'll be my Patrick Swayze. I'm your Whoopi Goldberg.
No. If I want to be Patrick Swayze, and
Okay.
I want you to be Demi Moore, and I want you to be holding a clay pot on a pottery wheel, and I want to be behind you, and isn't that how it works? He's behind.
What's your aversion to being Whoopi?
I don't know. I just envision myself as a black woman sometimes.
I guess. Well, all I know is I want to be that banker that dies by window. Death by window.
And the Boombas are going to be the demons that drag your soul down to hell.
Clearly.
Okay? Tamarin Laz will be first.
I just want to make sure I have my arms wrapped around DogsDie from behind at some point in whatever we do.
And be covered in sexy clay.
Can I be covered in sexy clay and also maybe get a few curls in my hair? You know,
That'd be great. But we is it, who do you think what Fralls will be singing Unchained Medley?
Medley.
I don't even know what a medley is. Wait,
It's a medley. Unchained Medley, or is it melody? I don't know. Welcome to episode 3 of the Boom Red Big Barrel show. I'm your host, DogsDie and Hot Cars. We have a great show planned tonight. In fact, we have way too much planned tonight. We took last week's show of 5 things we wanted to talk about and only got to 1 and said, let's make it 15 and only get to...
And it was our best show ever.
Yeah, I know. We actually talked about things. But anyway, we want to introduce our host before we get to it. So, Smelly Pirate, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey guys, it's Smelly. I'm the proud owner of a new t-shirt, a nerd t-shirt that my brother bought for me on woot.com.
You're welcome.
/shirt. My brother with money and not in a non-foreclosed house.
Oh, I hate your head.
Ow!
It's funny because he's poor. So,
Hey, on the count of 3, let's say our salaries. Ready? 1, 2.
No, we're not. Because I don't keep good enough records of my private practice. So, what he bought me was this shirt that shows what on close inspection is Darth Vader's gloved hand, obviously using the Force in some way.
Glove Ed. I love how you Shakespeare'd that.
So it's got his gloved hand using the Force, and then it has the equal sign, and then it just says MA after it.
Ah,
right?
It's a physics joke.
Physics joke for the something.
Yep,
so
for the soul, I think.
Anyway, I own for the soul, and I own that shirt, and it's a size too small, and it's going to accentuate my man boobs, which I think a nerd shirt like that is supposed to do. So I'm excited to wear it to the gym tomorrow morning. There it is.
Phenomenal. Well done.
Appreciate it.
And Yoshifett, introduce yourself.
Yep, Yoshifett out in California. Doing my thing, being Californian, whatnot. Trying really not hard not to say the H word in this introduction at some point. But yeah, I don't have any cool siblings that sent me T-shirts this week, so I don't really have that sort of story going on.
What's the H word?
Could be. That's one of many words I don't want to talk about on the show, but no, it's that thing that people say about me because I don't like everything, but whatever.
Oh, you're going to hell?
Yeah, a hellion. That's the word I wanted to avoid, really. No, I've just been playing games that nobody else likes and hating games that everybody likes and predicting the Mass Effect 3 will be a total disappointment for everyone. My typical sort of thing.
That's not true.
No.
We're probably not going to have time to get into that, but we want to.
No, it won't be a disappointment. Except for to me, but that's fine.
Everything is. I'm DogsDie and Hot Cars. I'm just going to rattle off 3 things. I'm really enjoying Downton Abbey. I've lost 15 pounds since January 1st. Thank you, Stomach Bug, last week. And I played a crap ton of Tropico 4 in the last week, and it's phenomenal. I really enjoy it.
Huh.
So, let's see. 2 out of 3 of those things aren't
I know, I'm anorexic. I apologize.
No, not that
I lost
part.
15.
It's the Doonton Abbey.
City Billers? That. No, dude, Mr. Bates. It's all about Mr. Bates.
Master Bates?
Mr. Bates.
But he's like the leader, right? So he's Master Bates.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's a footman. He is a footman.
Footman Bates? That sounds painful.
Footman Bates?
It's a fetish.
I'm not nimble enough to do that.
You're into some weird stuff. How do you get to that stuff behind the Utah firewall?
I don't know. If you guys haven't heard of it, Downton Abbey is a foot fetish porn show on PBS. You guys should check it out. Welcome to the Boom. Yoshi, this week we have a word, a thug, and an MMO speak of the week. We are just lengthening our show without talking about anything.
Yeah.
So, Yoshi, go ahead and teach us a word.
Word this week is pestiferous. One of my favorite sounding words, and you guys might be able to derive the meaning somewhat from the fact that it's got, pest in there, but...
It's easy. That's the tree or the bush that pesticides are grown from.
Right. You mean the organically occurring pesticides like DDT and stuff?
Yeah, it's the pestiferous bush.
Yeah, pestiferous. Mm-hmm. So that's your word. If you want to use it, you can, or don't, like you guys usually don't, but whatever.
Well, let me predict. I will forget, and Yoshi, Smelly Pirate, will use it once.
My gosh.
That's my prediction.
My question was on a scale of, I don't know, Rothbart to Dave. How sure are you that we haven't already had this as a word of the week?
Have we?
Answer the question.
Well, have we had it? I'm almost 100% positive that it's never been a word of the week on BRB Boom.
So on Boom, you're almost positive that we haven't done it the last 2 weeks.
I'm close to positive on that.
So where does that put you on the Rothbart to Dave scale?
I don't even understand that scale. So
it's like on a scale of yellow to orange. How sure are you?
On a scale of yellow to music.
Scale of yellow to music, that's better.
I don't know. Pestiferous has more hair than Rothbart, so I guess it's Dave-ish. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, Yoshi, thank you for pestiferous, and Smelly Pirate. We would like to learn a thug speak.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah, this is actually a thug speak that I used in the wild, and it's sort of a co-opting of a Kanye term that he uses in one of the great songs from Watch the Throne, Nia's in Paris.
Or ball so hard as it's also known.
Ball so hard as it's known in the streets. But he, in the streets of Hollister, California, he uses the term racks on racks on racks. Mm-hmm. And does he say blacks on blacks at that point?
I think so. Mm-hmm. I believe that's the next line.
So it's not so much the word, but the collection of words. And I used the term stacks on stacks on stacks, which he doesn't say in the song, but I said it in the wild, and everybody knew what I meant.
Okay.
That I had a lot of money, but really I want everybody to understand that you can say something on something on something as long as the something is the same thing over and over and over again. So like I could say I got tacos on tacos on tacos, and it just means I got a lot of tacos.
You got heck of tacos.
I got mad tacos.
You probably got the 12-pack of tacos from Taco Bell, I'm guessing.
That's probably true.
That's probably what happened.
That's what they should change it to on the menu. Tacos on tacos on tacos.
This week only for $9.99. Tacos on tacos on tacos.
Way more likely to order that than just the way that it's presented to me now.
They don't stack them nicely next to each other in the box. They're on top of each other.
It's a special vertical box. It's very narrow and long.
It's a thug. It's the thug. It's on the special thug Taco Bell menu.
Yeah. Exactly. But don't get it twisted. You don't actually have to say, if there are 12 tacos, you don't have to say tacos on 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 tacos.
No, because they're in multiples of 4. So it's just, you just say it 3 times.
You divide however many you have by 4. Yeah, that's, I think, the quotient that the thugs use in the streets, in the wild.
And if you want it supersized, you just have to order it off the top ropes.
Right.
You're so dumb.
I'm enjoying this.
You're watching Downton Abbey as we speak.
Real talk.
Something up on something on something.
Right.
Got it. That's great. And our MMO speak this week, which I can tell you right now is going to be more boring every week than Word and Thug speak. This week is going to be Ding.
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 Isn't that new search engine
Ding.
that
yeah.
Wiz Khalifa uses or something?
Yeah, I think Microsoft invented the Ding server. Yeah, it's now integrated on your Ybox 360.
This is a Foggate. It's not a Stargate. Not by the makers of Independence Day. Sorry, I'm quoting Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I hope that doesn't bother anyone.
No, just people. So, we have now. Okay, so Ding and Broombas. I don't know. Boomers.
Broombas is funny.
Broombas.
Yeah, rumors.
Yeah. I don't know exactly. We don't know exactly how we want to do the MMO speak. We're not sure if we want to tell the definition right at the beginning or save it to the end, like word of the week,
Or use it on the show.
or keep doing this,
or maybe like you can use it again later, and then Smelly Pirate can accuse you of using the same term again. That would be fun.
That'll be fun.
You have to call my BS on whether I'm using it right or not. I'll use it later, and you have to call my BS if I'm using it right or not.
There's a thing.
We're just gonna call your BS. We're not calling your bluff.
No.
Shut up.
We're just calling your BS. So it's definitely gonna be BS, is what you're saying.
No, I might. You'll either call it or you shan't.
No.
You shan't call
Yoshi,
it.
my favorite part is how his game presupposes that we listen to him when he talks on the show.
And we're not just waiting for a time to cut him off. Like,
No,
right.
you guys do listen because you got to come up with some way to make fun of me. So
you make that sound like such a Herculean task. Like we won't be able to do it. You got to figure out some way to make fun of me.
Put on those thinking caps. You gotta reach deep into your ding to pull something out on
Oh, boy.
DogsDie.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to our first topic. Smelly, I'm going to let you introduce this because this was your idea. We didn't get around to it last week, but I thought it was a great little topic. So go ahead, the crossover genre.
Yeah, no, I know what the title of the topic is. I just have no clue what it is. But I'll put. I'll
we
put
went
it
over
together.
this last
I know
week
we did. I
again.
don't remember.
Spyro.
No, this will be fun. So it is my Skylanders talk.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So here's the topic, guys. It's inappropriately named crossover genres. But essentially, I went to my sister's house, and I was watching my nephew, who is 11 years old. And his name is
Probably.
Logan, and he weighed like 12 and a half pounds when he was born. And he was playing this game.
Yeah. Vaginal.
Yeah, an F. Kaiser Permanente for not paying for her epidural with a 12-pound, 9-ounce baby. It's unbelievable.
I hate Obamacare.
We'll get I do too.
Romney would do it so much differently.
Yeah, Romney would have performed the epidural. That's how
and
much
Ron
he
Paul
cares.
would have delivered the baby.
Ron Paul is the baby, I think.
Okay, so he's playing this game called Skylanders, and some of you who are like 10 might know what this game is, but I want to explain it to my co-hosts who are greater than or equal to 10. It's a game, it's a Spyro-based sort of action-adventure, light RPG-ish kind of game. But the gimmick in it is when you buy the game, you necessarily have to buy it with this. I'm holding up a coaster so you can see roughly the size with this little platform, and it's actually maybe 3 inches tall, and it's a little pedestal that plugs into your USB port on your 360, and it comes with 3 little characters, and while you're playing this game, if you put one of those characters onto the pedestal, your on-screen character becomes that character, becomes the little digital version of your little avatar, and there that he has different moves and different skills, and so you roll through this game defeating different enemies, and obviously some of these little characters have powers that you need to use, and so it behooves you to have more of these characters. And of course you get 3 in your little starter pack, but then you go to the store and there are other triple packs that you can buy for, I think, $24.
Okay.
And or no, maybe it's 21. It's $21 for 3, and then they're like $8.99 a piece if you buy them single. And I don't know how many there are.
So it's like brick and mortar DLC.
Yeah, it really is.
How did you do that?
How did I do that?
No, DogsDie literally stole the words out of my mouth like 1 second before I said it. Like, I'm sitting there going,
awesome.
I'm just waiting for a pause to say brick and mortar DLC.
Ding.
And then DogsDie
Can't
just...
make fun of me now.
No, I can't. You win. You win the
Ding.
game. Ding. You reached down deep into your ding to get that one. So deep you put Yoshi to sleep. Oh, man.
Deep.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Put my foot down your throat and get on your shoe.
Dave, edit that in.
edited it harder.
Put my foot down your throat and get on your shoe.
So the thing that struck me about this game, not just that it's a cute little gimmick and whatnot, but like, these guys have got to be making money hand over hoof, or whatever they say.
Stacks on stacks on stacks, right?
Stacks on stacks on stacks, because not only do you have to buy these little things to unlock each little character in the game, they also have items. Like he's got this little elixir that he puts on the screen and it heals this little guy. And then there's a big gate, like shadowy gate looking thing that becomes like this new area of the game that he can go into. It unlocks a whole other part of the game, but you can't do it without the little gate that you bought for $10 in the store.
So let me just ask you, are you bringing this up to us because you want our judgment on this sort of thing? Or are you just kind of telling us that it's cool? Or do you want us to tell you, like, whether we think that this is something that we would be interested in with other types of games? Like, I'm kind of trying to see your angle, so to speak.
Correct.
It's important for me to feel the angle, because I don't want you to come in the wrong angle, because it tears things up and just all pestiferous and whatnot.
In answer... Gets all pestiferous. In answer to your question, Yoshi, yes.
Well, that's all I need then.
Well, my question, I guess then, what you just described, when you first described it to me over the phone, when we used to talk on the phone when we were friends,
before you had a job,
before I got a job, yeah. What had happened was I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. And then when you just explained the whole thing, I thought that whole mechanic could have been done inside the game without any difference and without needing the physical stuff at all. Does that,
Yeah.
Like when is that how you feel about it, having seen it live, Smelly?
I'm kind of enthralled by it. I'm of the mind that if I were 10, or maybe even if I were like 14, I kind of would want to own all those guys. And I've seen, we have a sister who is afflicted with severe OCD, and she literally will collect, like, whatever McDonald's happens to be giving out for Happy Meals. She will make sure that her son has every single one of those things in the toys, in the set.
This is actually kind of sad, because she's going to have to listen to us talking about OCD 15 times because she's going to listen to this show. And she listens to every episode 15 times.
Yeah, while she's scrubbing her hands raw with steel wool. So
You guys
anyway,
are making her sound so awesome.
She's
great.
She's great. She's very attractive and has really good hygiene. But it's impressive to me, and these toys are in very high demand. Like, she flipped out when she found one of the 3 sets that she couldn't find anywhere and had to have it. Like, this is a $21 gift that she buys for her son, and in these difficult and trying economic times, we don't all have the money to spend on this kind of thing. But she wasn't going to not buy it, and so it seems like the demand is so high, the impulse to collect and finish a set for your child is certainly there for my sister, if nobody else. And the mechanic, it works pretty well. Like, there's only like a a 1.5 second little load screen, or it's there's like a little animation that happens when you plop the thing on, but then you're just controlling the guy and it's like a new character in the game. And because it's so well built into the software, you feel hamstrung if you don't have all the characters that you want to do what you have to do, and it just to me seems like a brilliant marketing ploy for this game.
My initial reaction is that this is either super awesome or super exploitative. Like, they're just taking people for every dollar they have by like saying, oh, look how much cooler it is if you have these physical tangible objects you have to buy, which will end up costing you more and more, to the point where, how, like you were saying, like it's a pack that costs $21 or something like that for 3 characters.
I would argue that.
So you keep buying all these characters. You're spending, hundreds of dollars on one game.
Absolutely.
And I see what Alan's saying about how it could all be done in-game. Sorry, excuse me. DogsDie was saying about how it could be all done in-game. But maybe that's part of the charm, and maybe that's the whole thing, is that, like, this is kind of a niche thing, where like if you like this sort of thing, there's nothing really wrong with it. Like, I don't have a moral problem with people spending more money on something they like, So like,
right.
If someone thinks it's cool and they like it, go for it. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of OCD. I might get caught on this too. So
my favorite part about all this is how it's sort of a symbolic slap to the face to anybody who's been sounding the death knell of physical media. It's like, not only is physical media not dead, but like, we're going to stretch it into 3 dimensions and make it something that you actually hold in your hand while you're playing.
And you need to use it for part of the game. Yeah. That's awesome.
It's something about that is really kind of cool, I think. And like, my mind is going, what if like Mass Effect 3, what if they decided to include randomly in every, 10,000 games sold, a little USB key that you had to physically plug into your Xbox, and it would unlock like some ridiculous rifle that you could use for like 10 minutes in multiplayer, and then it would expire. And like, I know that would take a ridiculous amount of work, a very little payoff, but I love the idea of having something physically that you have to do to manipulate your machine, and then it having a real effect inside the game. I think that's kind of cool.
Like a Mass Effect?
Well,
huh?
Yeah. Nah.
Sorry. That was like Plugel-esque, and it's punnery. I really apologize. I try not to bring the show down like that, guys.
Yeah.
Please don't kick me off, or I'll rage quit before you have a chance.
I thought I was on Facebook.
That's it. I'm out.
Well, Yoshi, we don't want you to rage quit, so why don't we do your topic next with Naughty Dog has a new game coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That they're working on.
And I know there are people who know more about this game than I do, but I just read the little article about it in last month's Game Informer, this game called Last of Us, which is Naughty Dog's new IP. And after Uncharted 3, basically they realized they had the freedom to do whatever they wanted, because they had been so successful, etc. And they're trying to figure out, they've had these other, game series like Jack and Daxter, which I never played, but that sort of stuff. They had already had some IPs out there, and they were kind of saying like, "Wow, we have so much freedom; we can do whatever we want to do." And, of course, you can understand why this bugs me, because The Last of Us is a zombie game. So they went, we can do whatever we want, we can start a new intellectual property, we can be original, and they make a zombie game. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like, isn't that a little infuriating from a studio that's as, likable and as skilled as Naughty Dog? Like, don't you want them to do something actually original instead of, like, we can do whatever we want? You know what we need? It's a zombie game.
That's like J.K. Rowling saying, "Okay, I'm finally done with Harry Potter. I can do anything I want. I'm going out on a limb. Book about vampires."
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's like
sexy vampires.
It feels like it's chasing a trend.
Sexy vampires from Washington.
My other issue with it, and I don't know if you guys have as much of an issue with this as I do, but the protagonist of the story is like a 40-year-old man, and what he's doing is he's working with a 14-year-old girl to survive this zombie apocalypse. And to me,
I see nothing wrong with that.
But to me, that's like the but that's totally like the image of the gamer, living in his basement, and who's like, "Ooh, the young girl, I'm gonna." It's just, it feels like it's like a, I don't know.
You just imagine millions of crusty old men with Cheetos on their hands breathing into their, as they're playing this, you just imagine this.
Yeah,
Wait,
just,
so this guy's...
I'm not done. Okay, I'm done.
and they said they based the whole idea around the Uncharted 2 level where there was the Eskimo guy or whatever that guided you through a snowy area. I don't know if you guys remember that part from Uncharted 2.
I do, yeah. There was...
And so they said they wanted to build a whole game around that dynamic. And I'm thinking, like, okay, so you want to build the whole game around, like, that dynamic and zombies and, like, a ambiguous relationship between a 40-year-old and a 14-year-old girl? Like, I don't understand what Naughty Dog is trying to do, and I guess I want you guys to explain it to me so this game doesn't seem so pestiferous. I'm going to use my own word, darn it.
Wow, nicely done. Smelly, you want to tackle that one?
Well, the zombie games that we've seen thus far have not incorporated or increpulated nearly enough climbing, if you ask me.
That's true.
Good point.
That's true.
We can count on Naughty Dog to do some climbing in this game.
Can zombies... Do we even know if zombies can climb? I mean, this may be an important thing we can learn.
And Left 4 Dead, they sure can. I know. They climb over the fences. The last zombie game that I really liked, Left 4 Dead, they would climb over stuff and get you.
Okay, so I mean, this might make for some compelling climbing chase scenes, which I don't think we ever saw in the Uncharted series.
I thought you were going to say zombie games don't have enough borderline pedophilia, and that's what we really needed here.
Well, yeah,
I think that would be a great plot twist if one of the zombies got with the 14-year-old girl.
I'm thinking that the plot twist is going to be that they're somehow related, though in the article I was reading that like she's an orphan or something, and that she's like very innocent and wide-eyed to the world, and this old man who's going to show her the world, and I'm like, yuck! Like, am I just am I perv and reading too much into this, or is there something weird about this premise? Like, it just kind of bugs me. I don't know.
Well, it's the professional with zombies.
Right.
Yeah, if the 14-year-old girl is Natalie Portman, are you going to be this upset about it?
No, and especially if the old man is Jean Reno or however you say him, and then like she could do little skits and he could do the French laugh, you know, that he does like when she's pretending to be like Madonna and stuff, and he's like, if that's part of the gameplay, like in fact,
day one purchase.
Yes, day one purchase, and if it has like Kinect voice recognition, and I can go and every time I do that I get like extra points or kill more zombies or something, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, the Franchier you sound, the more zombies you kill.
I don't know. I don't even know. It's like I didn't even play Uncharted 3. I haven't played it yet. That's not to say that I won't eventually, but I do think Naughty Dog is a pretty skilled company, or they seem to be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah, and I just hope that they do more than what it seems like they're doing, which is just, we're going to do another zombie game. And I mean, at least it's like, it seems like it's not just like an escort mission, like you're escorting the other person. It's like apparently you have to use their different capabilities, because, I mean, if it was like, oh, well, he's going to escort her the entire game, I'm like, no. Like, I don't understand when game developers are going to realize that we hate escort missions and they should be abolished completely. Because, like, I can't even name a fun escort mission. Maybe somebody on BRB, a brick and mortar post on BRB.com can tell us about a fun escort mission, but they usually just suck.
Enslaved, Odyssey to the West.
Never played it. So that's invalid then, because I didn't play it.
That's a good point.
Well, end of topic. Ding! Next topic.
No.
All right. Smelly, why don't you introduce your pinball thing?
Oh, of course. Guys, I regret to inform you that we lost somebody this week.
David Jones.
Somebody of great import and weighty contributions to the world. The man's name was Steve Kordek. The only man that I can think of whose last name starts and ends with a K. Except for John Crook. And
whoa, that was good and fast.
Jeez, you just turned me on a little bit.
That was very impressive, yeah. All the baseball nerds are all just totally, chomping at the bit now.
The only man with both testicles whose name begins and ends with a
K. Good call.
More baseball humor on next episode of Boom. So, Steve Kordek, he is the creator of pinball. He made pinball. He
did.
He discovered it in his mind and put it onto a table.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah. And I honestly, before this week, I didn't know that that's what he did for us. But I'm really glad that he did. And so he passed away. So I thought I would honor him this week, first by announcing that I'm number 127 in the world on the Thor table tournament on Pinball FX or whatever it's called.
Are you kidding me? You're in like the top 125
on that table. Yeah,
that's
they're doing it.
Still it doesn't matter. Like you're near the like top like what 1% of people playing that table. Like that's crazy.
How ironic! You're in the 1% now. I'm not. Enjoy it because it's never going to happen.
Occupy Pinball. Like what are we doing here?
Yeah, Occupy FX.
I don't do it for my glory. I do it for what's his name, John Kruk's glory. But I wanted to honor him this week, both by announcing my own pinball skill, as well as giving you guys a glimpse into something that I've put together in my hometown, sort of as a way of helping the pinball community to overcome his loss. Some of you may have heard of support groups, grief and loss counseling. Well, we're having a grief and loss group for the pinball world, and I recorded a little bit of it for you, so I wanted to let you hear it and have you sort of honor Mr. Kordek in his passing. So here it is. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Smelly. I'm going to be your therapist today for our grief and loss group. Is there anything anyone would like to say before we begin?
It's good to have you back. Let's go. Showtime!
Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm, Adam's Family Pinball, but why don't we just let me sort of run the show here, okay?
Good thinking!
So we came together today, obviously, to commemorate the loss of somebody very important to all of us, somebody who taught us a lot, who enriched our lives in so many ways.
Ben Kenobi, where is he?
No, Star Wars Pinball. Ben Kenobi died in like 1977. Does anybody else know who I'm talking about?
Bubba Running?
No, Jurassic Park Pinball. What? No, it wasn't Shabba Ranks. Of course, I'm talking about the creator of pinball, Steve Kordek, passed away recently. That's right, Jurassic Park Pinball. It's very bad news. I mean, why don't we just take a moment for everybody to get out some of the sad feelings they're having?
What's all the racket?
Well, Bad Cats Pinball, that's actually everybody here in the group is just getting out some of the sadness and anguish that they've been feeling. Do you want to participate at all? See, now that's just inappropriate. Terminator 2 Pinball, what are you feeling right now?
It's payback time.
Revenge is a normal response to this, but I don't think you should be taking it out on Star Trek Pinball.
Fire at will.
No, Terminator 2, please don't fire.
Evasive maneuvers.
Look, guys, sit down. Okay? Sit down. This is not how we act in therapy. Terminator 2, will you please apologize?
Get out.
No, you get out! Or stay here and shut up. Those are your choices. What's it going to be?
Choose wisely, you must.
That's right, Star Wars Pinball. Make your call, Terminator 2.
I'll be back.
Oh, boy, I'm glad he's gone. So we can get back to... what were we talking about, everybody?
Pinball.
Oh, good call, Star Wars Pinball. That's what we were talking about. By the way, before we get back to that, did you guys watch the Heat game the other day? I was watching, and man, Chris Bosch, that guy is an amazing player. Well, he doesn't play for the Raptors anymore. But anyway, he was playing in this game, and
Stay on target.
look, Star Wars Pinball, I'll get back on topic for a
Stay
second.
on target.
Okay, I'm almost done with the story. I'm just going to...
Stay on target.
Fine. You guys know what you want. What do you guys want to do to get over this? How are you going to cope?
Wake the dead!
No, Adam's Family Pinball, I know it sucks that he's gone, but you can't bring him back.
Make it so.
Star Trek Pinball, just because you say make it so doesn't make it so.
It is useless to resist.
No, I think it's useful to resist Star Wars Pinball, because if you guys will just stay here and talk things over with me, maybe we...
Come on, everyone! Out to the cemetery!
Wait for me.
Come on, don't leave, everyone. It's like you have no respect for therapists at all.
They should all be destroyed.
No, thanks a lot, Jurassic Park Pinball. Well, at least you're the only one that feels that way. F you, Chewie.
Well, everybody, that's just about all the time we have for this week's Boom. So, but before we get to that, we do want to make sure that we have a little deal for you. So, Smelly, you have a deal of the week for us?
Diddly Deek. This week is... Oh, look at that. It's on the PC, DogsDie.
Hey-o.
If you have $12 extra a month to spend on an MMO, you can get Star Wars The Old Republic for just $29.
Nice.
29 mere stacks on stacks on stacks.
You know what I've kind of trying to avoid reading anything about Star Wars The Old Republic because I know it'll make me want to play it. And then I started reading all these people mentioning different places from the KOTOR universe. And it's really tempting. Like, people are talking about the Zerka Corporation, which is like basically they're like the Cerberus of the KOTOR universe, and how that's a big part. And there are missions where you go on and you have to find out the corruption of Zerka. And I'm like I'm having this, maybe I should get a PC that can run this because I really need to be involved in this community. But then I have to stop myself and remind myself that I don't have time to play the games I have. So whatever.
Someday you'll stop stopping yourself, though.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never gotten hooked into an MMO. I mean, that's kind of stupid logic, but because that doesn't mean it will never happen. But so far, it hasn't happened yet. I haven't died yet, so I guess I'm immortal.
Awesome. All right, so that's our dealy-dee.
Oh, yeah, and it's on Amazon. Suckers.
Wonderful.
I didn't tell you where you can get it. There you go.
All right, well, let's do some shout-outs, if we could. That would be good.
I got a few Twitter shout-outs I wanted to give.
Go for it.
I want to shout out Garrett Macaulay, also known as Fluffy Hot 69. Wow, I just realized that was his name. But cool guy. Been talking to him on Twitter a little bit. Also, Richard Hancock, who's Canary Wharf. He mentioned that he almost unsubscribed to Boom because of the seething anti-Sony hate that I have, which led me to a series of tweets wondering how that could even be possible, that just because maybe I've said this or that about Sony, that, that would be, so bad that it would make him want to unsubscribe. And he responded by saying he missed Mantooth, so I get it. But I really don't hate Sony as much as I used to. I mean, the show, you got to give props. I play Madden on there. I play Uncharted. So I don't really hate Sony as much as I did when we first started doing this show. So just, it's playful jabs here and there. But Move does suck, and everyone knows that, and Kinect is way better. Anyway, also I wanted to shout out Yoshifett fans, because they're Yoshifett. It's probably just one person, but let's just pretend it's a large group of people on Twitter. NM Rain for creeping my wife out on Twitter and then making her laugh. That's a good combination. She likes that. That's how I got her. And then Mahogana714, who continues.
Mahogana?
Yeah, I think that's how you say his name, right?
I don't know. I would think Mahana. Silent G. I don't know.
Mahanya, if we're going with the...
Mahanya. Yeah, I guess so.
Mahanya.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Baloney714. He called me Epster, and that's always funny. The Boomba, we have to shout that out. BRB Boom,
yes.
Very important. Jedi Junkie, and JD Lucas. That's who I wanted to shout out.
Jeez.
All right.
So those are my
I'm going to go and shout out Smelly Pirate and let you do yours first.
Sweet. I would like to shout out theonion.com for the following headline. Dang it, where did it go?
Is it the Romney one?
Yes.
So good.
So good. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Romney thanks state he was born and raised in for just barely giving him enough votes to beat Total Maniac. I just want to shout them out for that.
People are going to unfollow us now because of all the Santorum supporters that listen to our show are going to go crazy about that. All the hate about Santorum makes me not want to listen to you guys.
That's true.
That's where we're at, guys.
We're very controversial. Also from iTunes, I would thank Ernesto Ferreira. I hope I pronounced that sexy enough. He said, let me be a boomer. Echo Bass, good for you, for a good name choice on iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
5-star review. Chewbacca Chew did a good job of regurgitating the formerly smarmy British review and then saying I'm obviously the demographic for this show because I love poop jokes and fart. Zach Wood said fetch and gave us 5 stars, which is great. And then Cosmic Yoshi it said gave us another great iTunes review, 5 stars. And so we're happy about that. Did you do his thing for the thing today, DogsDie?
I did NM Reigns.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
That's the creepy guy who creeped out my wife on Twitter, and then
I know who he is. I love to be on him. But what do you?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I didn't see his review.
I want him to be Demi Moore, and I'm going to be Patrick Swayze.
I just want NM Rain on NM Rain on NM Rains.
Yeah.
Cosmic Yoshi said, "Yo, dog, we heard you like dreams, so we put some dreams in your dreams so you can enjoy dreams while you're dreaming. We need to go deeper." And then he wrote, #ineption. I
couldn't find the C on there.
I can't figure out if it's a joke about being inept or if he just is too inept to use the C.
If that's meta, that's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
If he did that on purpose, it's brilliant.
It's unintentionally meta, which is even more meta, maybe?
Maybe more brilliant. I don't know. Who cares?
Well, I would like to shout out 16-Bit Blob, Shawman 1978, up there in Ogden, Commander 13CNC3, who pointed out the definition of golden shower, and then attached to me and Smelly Pirate for some reason.
That's odd.
BRB Boomba, I think it's great. We have our own little tribute account, which is good. I challenged someone to go create a Boom candidate, like we're running for president thread, and make it funny somehow on Twitter. And then we promised that we would do some more pre-produced stuff. I wanted to do another Smarmy review, but I don't want to do 1-star reviews. I want to do 5-star reviews. So here's one right here. And now it's time for a disgustingly enthusiastic and overly sincere 5-star review from NM Rain. These guys are awesome. The closest thing I can compare them to is the show Family Guy. They are able to seamlessly combine highbrow and toilet humor into one invigorating roller coaster ride of hilarity. They may not be on the bleeding edge of what's new in gaming, but neither am I. They are gamers that are right in my ballpark. For that, they receive a hearty 5-star review and a glowing recommendation from this grown-up gamer. Keep up the good work, and you will always have a following of brownies and boombas, or whatever other name you guys decide to adopt. This has been a disgustingly enthusiastic and overly sincere 5-star review. I love your show! Calm down, Jar Jar. Misa no Jar Jar! Misa NM Rain! Alright, guys. That is about time to end the show. So pestiferous, right? Pestiferous.
Yeah.
What are we looking at there?
Something that's pestiferous is something that spreads disease or is just kind of filthy. But it can also be... it can be more metaphoric than that. It doesn't have... Like, you could literally say, like, that's a pestiferous swamp, as in, if you go in there, you're going to get lots of diseases, or, you know, like, Frall's penis is pestiferous. But if you don't want it to be so literal, you could say that something evil, like Satan is pestiferous, when he gets all up in there and tries to cause people to do bad things. So it can be a metaphoric. It doesn't have to be literally causing problems. It can be morally corrupting or degrading. Can't think of the word I'm looking for right now.
Degrading was what it was on target.
That sounds like not a word, though, to me. I usually get words on words, but right now I'm just I'm searching, so I don't know. But pestiferous it tends to spread disease. Like, you would, if you think of pestiferous, think of rats, because that's what I do.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go.
Done.
Enjoy.
But really though, words on words on words. That's my favorite.
Ding means you're leveling up. That's what people say when you level up. You type into your little chat box to your friends, ding, and everyone goes, hey, congratulations, you got to the next level.
And this is how you guys feel like you're socially interacting instead of just sitting and being blobs. You know?
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
then you send each other pictures of yourself naked.
Oh. What is that called?
So that helps.
Does that have a name?
It's called footmenning.
It's not called farving. That's what I thought it was called. But
It's called farving. Yeah. Well, one last plea for everyone: the BigRedBarel fantasy foot. Dang it, Yoshi!
baseball.
We have a fantasy baseball league on Big Red Boom, and we need a 12th player. So if you're interested, please tell us so on the forums. You can PM me or Yoshi. No, just PM me.
No, I'll do. I'm legitimate. I'm bona fide.
No, I know you're legitimate, but then all you're going to have to do is email me with the person's email, and then I'm going to email them.
Maybe they just want. Maybe they feel more comfortable emailing me. I can be
All
like
right,
a buffer.
if I make you uncomfortable,
which he probably
Here
does.
comes the flood.
somehow the bearded atheist should make people feel more comfortable than the clean-shaven Mormon with a good missionary haircut. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Well, everybody, that's the show, and we hope that you still like us. Smelly?
Let me say this too. Go to Big Red Barrel and sign up for the forums, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, dummies. What are you doing?
It's a little bit disrespectful for you guys to just take and take and take and take and not give back.
Oh man, when you said that dummies thing, DogsDie, you sounded exactly like Dr. Steve Brule on Adult Swim. It's a John C. Reilly character who's like plays like a drunken doctor on Tim and Eric. Awesome show, great job. And he goes, "Why don't you just do it, you dummies?" I love that. That was great. Sorry, no one will get
good.
that
I'm glad I
reference.
did something I didn't
No, but
realize
seriously,
I did.
they are really unintelligent for not signing up for the forums.
I don't know. It's hard to switch over to a new forum. I only have like 3 posts on there, so I can't say too much without being a huge hypocrite. So,
Okay, new boom rule. If you have fewer posts than Yoshi, you're not allowed to listen to the show.
no, but really listen to the show anyways. We want you to listen.
That's true. Listen, but also come to the forums, because we have fun on the forums, and it's good places. So, BigRedBarel.com .boom.
.boom thread, yeah. Go to boom thread. Ignore the other ones. There's some other stupid shows on there too, but they're dumb.
Yeah. No.
There's one about movies that I've heard good things about, but I don't know personally, so you can check that out if you want to. I don't know. It's not that great.
Yeah. No.
They're kind of too hard on Star Wars, so.
On a scale of Yoshi to Dave, it's
It's a jitterbug.
All right, take us out, Smelly.
All right. Slap Happy Samurai says, the Big Red Barrel Boom Show. BRB Boom Show plus 24-year-old gum plus BioWare is greater than condoms minus show equals happy ears.
I like him.
That's great. That's cray, man.
That's cray.
We'll see you guys next week. Hey, ding! Episode 3. Yay, we did it.
leveled up, yeah, or
We
something.
leveled up.
All right, bye.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcast, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.